Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another podcast from Andy Blarg from the Black Boys, featuring my brother, aka SBGamer, aka the greatest Club Penguin enthusiast ever.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, Sam, let's talk about the Nintendo Direct. So,
Let's talk
what
about
did
it.
you watch from it?
I mean, I watched all of it. I only wanted to watch the important things. The boring stuff I skipped through.
Oh, you mean like the farming simulator and
Oh
the
yeah,
other farming? Oh, wait, no. Uh,
all the farming simulators.
Shoot.
There were so many. You know what? This Nintendo Switch was rhythm games too. There were like three of them.
That is true. There were a lot of rhythm games. You were excited for Rhythm Heaven, though, right?
I was Rhythm Heaven was is awesome. Although the AI voice they had voicing the girl, I didn't like as much.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
It's
It took
very
me
weird.
when it first came on. I thought it was Tomadachi Life, and then I saw the dog and the bird at the bottom, and I was like, no, that's not Tomadachi Life.
Once I heard the first A press, the click sound, I was like, Rhythm Heaven. Immediately knew. Because that's the only sound that's ever used in Rhythm Heaven. I was like,
Oh, Sam,
Rhythm Heaven.
what's the best rhythm? What's the best Rhythm Heaven song, and why is it? Just kidding. That's the practice music.
Oh,
What?
I thought that was Shaolin Showdown.
Oh, good Jack.
Good Jack. What a classic.
Oh,
Nah, but
oh, hang on. I gotta find the video now. I
no.
saved the video. Where is it? The oh, where did I say it? I think it's in my meme folder. I need to find Jack screaming. It's so funny. Oh, where is it? I'll find. Anyways, what's your favorite song from Rhythm Heaven, or like
I mean, there's a
game?
lot. If I'm like DS, I really like air soccer. What's the space soccer
Oh, I have no
one?
idea.
I
It's
forgot
been
what it's
forever
called.
since I played those games.
That song goes hard. Love Lab also goes pretty hard. Um,
I found it.
Shoot 'em ups. I know a lot of people don't like shoot 'em up, or a lot of people do. It's like a mix. I think shoot 'em up. The song's good. The gameplay's okay.
I know which one I hate, and that's the one where it's like hop 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 ho ho.
What Lockstep is
Oh,
goaded.
I'm so bad at that one. It always throws me off every time.
Just play the slower one, Lockstep 2. It's easier. I actually don't know if it's easier. It
I think
feels easier.
I think my favorite would have to be Chorus Kids. It's very basic, but there's something about him just going ah to the point that I found a YouTube video where it's this girl who did that with like that like almotone thing, like
Yes.
the yeah, she did
Yes,
it
an
with three of those, and it
automaton.
was actually really good.
You have one of those.
I do
Did
have
you
one of
take it with
those.
you?
I haven't used it. Oh, here you go. Here's the video.
Oh, the video.
The Jack video. I sent it to you in the chat.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh, what a good moment. What else happened? Metroid Prime. Samus is a psychic
Wait.
type now.
Oh yeah, she is. You know what? I was like, dude, what is this? Is just. I was complaining. I was saying, dang it, this is just Metroid Prime Echoes.
Oh, you know what? You're
It's
so
just
right.
Echoes again. It's just Echoes.
Good, because Echoes is
No.
my favorite of the three.
I
Like
don't know.
unironically, I love Echoes the most.
Echoes is okay,
It's
but like,
cool. But
it is
except for that
cool.
stupid no, that's stupid. Boost
I
Ball
love Boost
Guardian.
Ball Guardian.
Oh my
What?
gosh. Boost Ball Guardian hard mode GameCube version, not the Wii
Oh,
remake. The
true,
GameCube
true.
version is like torture. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Yeah, but
Ooh.
you fought him.
I did fight him, and I fought him in GameCube, and I fought him in both, but I beat the GameCube one, so I fought him again in that.
Oh,
But
he's just so brutal.
I mean, if you're playing GameCube, Spider Ball is kind of bad too,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah,
you don't have
yeah.
the flick to actually jump.
That is true. The flick is
Flick is
really nice. Oh
So,
man, those are the two that everyone complains about. The Boost Ball Guardian's hard, and the Spider Ball Guardian is tedious. But they're
yeah.
considered the worst in like the whole Metroid series.
Let's say one thing I didn't like about seeing this new footage of Metroid Prime Beyond. No Silex, kind of depressed.
Oh, it's
Where's my
okay. He was in
boy?
the reveal trailer, so we know he's important.
But where is he? I just a little thing that I did this like past week. I beat Metroid Prime Returns, and
Oh,
it was
Metroid Returns.
I mean not Metroid Prime Returns. My bad. Metroid Prime Hunters. That's the game. The
What
DS
you
one.
actually beat that?
I played it, and I played it on the DS emulator.
Oh,
Sorry,
nice.
Nintendo, but
It's okay. They don't
I
care.
did play it. And at first, I was using my mouse, which is really bad
Oh
for
no.
aiming. So I was like, "Oh shoot, this is terrible." So then I figured out that they actually have a combined, like a control scheme for like handheld, for just like playing with your hands. And I just mapped the A, B, X, and Y to my camera stick, so that I could actually move the shooting reticle. It was still
Oh,
hard though. It was really difficult because of the like, it was hard to multitask. But
yeah.
I did beat it, and the final boss was so funny because it like ended so abruptly. I was like, "Wait, that was it?" I was very like confused. It's like a 12-hour game, so
I
it's very
remember playing
short.
the demo when like I first got a DS, and I remember playing multiplayer was always really fun. Playing as like
Yeah,
the different bounty hunters.
hunters. Yeah.
I remember my favorite one. I think it was Red. I don't know, but he had like an ability where you could like roam around as his top torso, but like when you jumped off of your bottom part, it turned into a turret.
That's not the red one. That's a different one, but
Oh, I know
I
there
don't
is a red
remember
one. I don't remember
the
which
red one.
color it
The
was.
red one's like I don't know. I just played it, and I don't remember any other names except for Silex because he's the only important
Because he's
one.
important. Because he was at the end of
He's
Metroid Prime
important. He's
3.
the only important one.
I think it's so
Exact.
crazy that he was in Metroid Prime 3 in like the final teaser, and then we heard nothing about it for years.
That's not true. He's in. If you 100%
Oh,
Federation Force, he
that's
shows up as
right.
a
That's
little
right. It
flaming out.
shows him with the Metroids. I forgot
Which,
about that.
all right, it doesn't make any sense because it's a Metroid. Yet Metroid Prime 4. I want to get into the timeline of how nothing makes sense for Metroid Prime 4. The timeline makes zero sense. It drives me insane.
At this point, I
It,
just think of it as an alternate universe.
it's crazy. I'm thinking it has something to do with time travel personally. As the trailer states, it's beyond space and time. I'm like, dude, there's gonna be some time travel, I think, because like that's the only way I can see the timeline fitting. Because the timeline, for those unaware, it goes Metroid, the Metroid Prime series, and then Metroid 2 onward. And Metroid Prime
Yeah.
4 is weird because Metroid Prime 4 they gave us a year of 20x9, which takes place during near Super Metroid, or it takes place 2 years before Super Metroid, which is like that doesn't make any. I think it's 2 years before Super Metroid, but I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
No, it does not. Like
It
I
doesn't
said,
make.
I just think of Prime as its own like separate universe, kind of like how the Zelda timeline should probably have never been a timeline because a lot
That's
of the
true.
games, a lot of the lore just doesn't fit right.
Yeah, and then it's like Silex. Like the big problem is Silex is there, and Silex is like he shows up after Metroid Prime 3, but then why would he follow Samus for like another like whatever years till Metroid Prime 4? It doesn't make any sense.
It
And then
doesn't
he
make
has mock
sense.
droids. I think people have theorized he has mock droids, but didn't he get a Metroid and Federation Force? So it's like, wait, why does he have a mock droid now?
Uh,
It's like, it's like what?
yeah,
I
it
don't
is
get
kind
it.
of weird.
'Cause it doesn't make any sense. My
No.
only theory is that it could be time travel or something. But
Yeah.
if they wanted to go that route, if it's not, it's just retconned. I mean, they retcon a ton of stuff. They
Yeah, they've
retcon
retconned
stuff
how
in the.
many times she fights Ridley.
That's true. They
Oh,
have, and they also.
remember
Oh
when I
yeah,
had to
especially
play?
with Metroid Prime 2 or Metroid 2, they definitely retcon that
Oh yeah.
because you fight Ridley in the remake.
Mm-hmm. Have you played the remake?
Yeah, I've played every game except for Federation now.
I didn't know you played Samus Returns.
I did play Samus
I still
Returns.
have the keychain that came with it and the music disc that came with that. with that game
I
when I
played all the
pre-ordered it.
originals and I've played the remakes, so I've played everything
I've not played Metroid
except for
2 or
mm,
Federation or like do all of Hunters.
I'm saying I've played all of them. I've completed like 3 of them.
Let's say I never beat Metroid 1. I did beat Kraid though,
Mm.
and Ridley.
Well, you beat the remake though.
Yeah, I beat. Oh, dude, the remake is so
You're
much
almost
better.
done. Oh yeah, it's great.
Oh, that is like hands down when it comes to 2D. This is controversial, but I like Zero Mission more than I like Super Metroid.
What? Dude, Super Metroid's way better.
I will admit, Super Metroid has better environments. I really like that you can go between environments in that game. Like when you go to like the green area and you're running, and then there's a room that's all pink and stuff. It's very pretty. It's a very pretty
Oh yeah, yeah.
game. And
Yeah.
the atmosphere. And then you play Other M and you want to die.
Oh, I love Other M.
No.
Just kidding. I hate
I was playing that. I had to play that for like my video coming up, and I'm just like, this is the most miserable experience I've ever had. How did I get through this game? And then when you beat the game like I did years ago when it came out, all you get the ability to watch all the cutscenes, and you can and they're like little snippets of gameplay before the cutscene starts, and I'm like, this is just the worst B movie I've ever seen. Let's make a Metroid movie. Just kidding. They already made a Metroid movie with a couple of gameplay in between. So bad.
I mean, if they make a Metroid movie, you think it'd be live action or you think it'd be animated?
It would be live action. I mean, there's a.
I would assume it would
Do
be.
you remember the actress that played Captain Marvel or whatever? The blonde chick, Brie
No.
Larson.
Oh yes, yes.
So like a year or two ago, there was talk about like if there was a live action Metroid movie, she wants to be Samus.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I think she could pull it off. Maybe I think she's got kind of the look. Well, maybe not, but
I mean, she's gonna be in a suit of armor for most of the. Hopefully, for most
true.
of the.
Yeah. Hopefully she just doesn't talk, because we don't want
Maybe
Samus
like
talking unless it's in the
like
Chozo language. That was so cool, by the way. Side tangent. In
Oh
Metroid
yes.
Dread, when she meets what's that guy's name? Not Ravenbeak.
Not Ravenbeak. Don't remember.
The good
He's not
one.
important.
It's like
He dies. Who cares?
yeah, he dies, but when she meets him and they talk Chozo, first off, I was so glad that she met an actually living Chozo. I was like, they're alive for now. And then, Sam, do you want to tell us about that Ravenbeak fight?
The Ravenbeak is so cool. I died to him like 5 times. It was great.
I died to him like 9 times. I'm just glad they gave
died
you an
in 5.
excuse to use super bombs.
Yeah,
power
if you
bombs.
couldn't use power bombs to defeat the sun, he literally summons the sun.
Yeah.
And then you use a power bomb to destroy it, which I
Yep.
didn't know until I watched someone do it, and I was like, oh. Then I went back and beat
I
him.
think I did that on a whim, thinking, will this work? And it did. And I was like, sweet. Like, finally, a use for this.
The Ravenbeak fight is good. And then you get halfway through, and then he sprouts wings, which is even cooler. And then after that, you kill him more, and then he rips the wing off. It's like,
Yep.
oh,
He goes, it's so funny because I see that and I think of Sephiroth going one wing at Angel, and then he just looks at the other wing, rips it off like, I don't need this. And plus,
know,
like
so
you said, he's hard. Like he has
he
all
is
of your moves.
very hard. I don't like his flying phase because his flying phase, you have to. He starts shooting projectiles in a counterclockwise or clockwise motion. I don't remember. And then just space jump in that game is fine, but like to be accurate by going in a circle is kind of difficult.
A little bit.
Although they do give you the phase shift ability, which kind of makes it easy.
And then they give him the phase shift ability too. He does it too.
Dude, phase shift was like the best thing they introduced in that.
That was a cool power.
It was so much. I mean, it's like a beta. What's it called? What's the speed booster or whatever? But it's more useful.
I know.
in,
I
like,
know what you're
small
talking
areas.
about. What is that thing called?
Oh,
Shine Spark.
Oh, well,
Speed
Shine
boost and
Spark
Shine
is
Spark.
when you. Yeah.
Shine Sparks
I
where
mean,
you
it's-
like kneel down and then you like fly off in a
yeah.
direction.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of good Shine Spark puzzles in that game
Oh
too.
gosh, those devs were maniacal, man, making those things.
Yeah, I mean there are like ones in Fusion that I didn't do because I didn't know how to, but I
Yeah.
feel like Metroid Dread was more self-explanatory. Well,
Yeah.
not maybe not.
It,
It
it,
was a
it
little bit
was
easier.
more obvious with context clues what
Yeah,
you're supposed to do.
yeah.
But man, some of those things, I remember the one that's like by the train or whatever and like you have to run in and then you have to like use the super morph ball bomb to kind of get over those little crack things. You had to like go back to the middle of the morph ball section and use it to go up or whatever. You know what I'm
Oh
talking
yes,
about?
that one.
It's like right when you
Yeah,
get to the
exactly.
temple or whatever.
That one took me a while because I was like, what do I do? I didn't realize I had to slide into the little alcove to the far left and then go into morph ball.
I think I did
Like
it
once I
wrong
learned I could
because
slide with it, when I
right.
learned I could slide with speed booster and still keep the speed booster, I was like, oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I think I did it wrong because I didn't have like the 5 morph ball bomb explosions that's supposed to get you over large gaps or whatever. But I remember it took so long for me to finally get it, and when I did, I was just like, yes, an hour later.
You don't need those
Yeah, you
for
don't need
that.
it, but
No,
that's
it's
another
weird
cool thing
because
about
you
Metroid
don't need
games.
it because
Like you don't need to do things in a set way. Like the crate fight.
oh yeah, the grid fight has multiple ways. Like you can get power, you can get bombs early by
Hmm.
like not sequence breaking, but you can go get them early, and it makes the crate fight have a different solution.
Yeah, where you like go into his gut and blow him up from inside.
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
that's the same with like the Metroid Queen too. She had a different like you can
she did?
and I don't remember how to do it, but right, you can go into her stomach to damage her more, or do you have to do that? You have
I
to
don't
do
think
that
you have
in
to.
other M. But I don't think you have to do it in in Metroid 2. In other M, you definitely do, and that fight sucked. I hated that fight
Yeah.
because I didn't
Other
know what to
M,
do.
she would like
I didn't know
spawn
what to do.
more
I
Metroids.
had to look it up.
Yeah.
Yes, she would.
Yeah, she
It
would
was
spawn
awful,
more
and
Metroids.
I didn't know how to kill her.
Just thinking of that for some reason, and the fact
Of,
that you have to freeze
uh,
Metroids just make me think of the Colossus fight from Luigi's Mansion. Just like a
oh
little thing
yeah.
floating around and you gotta freeze them. What else did they announce today? You excited for Tomadachi Life? I'm not.
Not really, but I know a lot of people are.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a
Vine
shocker.
songs.
I was like, I was happy that it happened. It's not something I would care about.
My only thing about it is they'd better have the Metopia. Remember how like the Metopia had super in-depth me making and people could make literally anything?
Yeah,
Yeah, they need to bring that back
yeah.
cuz that was like the coolest customization for me's ever. So I'm like if they don't bring that back for this, then that's just dumb. They have the technology.
Yeah.
And they better have those love confession scenes that have the echoey "I'm sorry" or whatever. You excited for the Switch 2 to be announced in a
Switch
week?
2, what's that? I am. I don't know what they'll announce. I don't think they're announcing the games, just like a showcase, right?
Yeah. I think they might showcase a few games. Like we might get a little more of that Mario Kart. Oh,
Maybe.
thinking speaking
Yeah.
of the showcase, I got to show you this. So today I actually did record my reaction. Like I did like a reaction recording for the thing, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not very good at reacting. So I was like, this is too boring to post. But this was my bingo card. And I realize
Bingo
now
code.
oh, it's loading. Hang on. But my bingo card, I realize I am like the typical Nintendo fanboy. Because like from the top left, I was like, okay, we're gonna have Metroid, we're gonna have a farming simulator, which we did. We're gonna have Animal Crossing announced. F-Zero's
It's
gonna get
just
something.
Metopia.
That's super wishful thinking. The Shinji in the chair being depressed. I was like, there's gonna be some anime game that I'm gonna be like, oh, why is there an anime game? And there were like 5 of them. And then the next row, you got Lucinda or Lucina. You remember Lucinda, right?
Yeah.
from Sonic.
Yeah.
So we have her, because I was like, there's gonna be Fire Emblem. There was not. Kirby, which luckily there was not. Waiting for that later. Thought GameCube was gonna some sort of GameCube port was gonna happen. No Star Fox. There was. I remember that Pac-Man game.
Oh, you mean the Metroidvania?
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, sorry, Hollow Knight and Silk Song fans, but instead you're getting a Metroidvania with Pac-Man.
We already knew that about that game. It just had like a little teaser and like another direct, but
Oh, I had no idea.
yeah, it was like in a different direct. But I was like, oh, it's this game, and then I skipped it, and then I went back and I was like, wait, oh, that's Pac-Man. I was like, oh, wait, I might like this game. Hold on. They're going with
Exactly.
but I like how they're going with the initial name of Puckman.
Pac-Man. No.
Puckman. No,
Um.
dude, this is such a big Scott Pilgrim reference. Puckman from the
Did he
Scott
say that?
Pilgrim movie. He
Was
didn't
that
say it in the
the?
animated series. The animated series they
That
made
was
it
Sonic.
Sonic.
Yeah. I
But
couldn't
in
remember which
the
one it was.
I don't know if it's in the comics because I have not read the comics, but I know in the movie he says that line to Ramona and says, "Did you know that Pac-Man's original name was Puckman, but they couldn't do it because the P would be vandalized to a different letter.
Oh. Yep.
That's why they were like, oh, it's Pac-Man now."
Oh man, I haven't watched Scott Pilgrim in forever. So anyways, continuing on my bingo card here, I was like, there's going to be a pixelated indie game, which there was, about the witches. Uh, a Dragon Quest represented by Rocket Slime here, which there was. There was no Switch Online stuff, which I was shocked. I thought we
Yeah,
were gonna get like another Game Boy Advance or something.
I mean, yeah, and also like that the ad they had for their little what's it called app.
Oh yeah,
I don't think that doesn't require Nintendo Switch
yeah.
Online.
I didn't cross that
Weird,
off.
weird
I didn't
because
get a bingo.
no,
After
I'm
that,
saying it didn't require Switch Online,
yeah.
which is
It's
weird.
basically just Twitter, but just for
It's just
Nintendo.
Twitter
And
for
I'm like, I'll
Nintendo.
just stick to my other social medias and I'll see what's going
Yeah.
on there. I don't need another app. My phone barely even has data or room on it as it is.
Mm,
We didn't get another Mega Man news at all, which I'm not
good.
surprised. Capcom hates Mega Man at this point. Well, no, that's not true. They did uh Battle Network Collection. That's right. They did
That's
that.
true. They did.
I've only played the first one, which is considered the worst one.
Mhm.
I didn't even beat it. I got pretty far though. I thought they were gonna announce both the Donkey Kong thing and for the Switch Online Donkey Kong 64. I really love this picture of Linky Kong. Just like the round Linky Kong. Oh, I found that years ago. It just looks so. He has no style. He has no grace. But this Kong has a ballooning face. No Bomberman. That's a good
Sad.
Bomberman image, by the way. No Wario.
Well,
I thought that after Pepino and after that guy who's red with the beard, I don't remember his name.
mhm.
I thought after those Wario Land like games that Nintendo would announce a Wario game.
Well, they gave us Wario Land 4 on the Switch.
Oh! Dang it! I forgot about that. They did give us that like
And
a
I
month
played it
ago.
and I beat it and it was pretty good. I only played it on normal mode. I didn't realize that hard and there was a super hard. I didn't know those existed. And they like changed the layouts. And I was like, I'm not doing that.
I didn't know that
I'm
either.
just yeah, they changed the locations of like how like the chests to open the boss fights. The chests are hidden in like way more difficult to find locations. And I was like,
Huh.
because I was watching a speed run for a little bit of a super hard run, and I was like, whoa, this is way different than the experience I had. And you also start with one health in each stage at the beginning of a stage, so it's like, oh,
Jeez.
Like, whoa, this is crazy. It's like, I'm glad I. Well, you have to be hard mode to get super hard.
Oh
So
yeah, that
I
makes
guess there's
sense.
like a little. But I played it on normal.
It's okay though because he's Wario. He can handle it.
Yeah, he is
I'm a
Wario.
Wario. I'm gonna win. No custom Robo. Sadly, a dead series, and I so want it to come back. I love custom Robo. And I thought we were gonna get 3D Mario, but I think that was super wishful thinking. They'll probably. I feel like at the Switch 2 direct, they might talk about the next 3D Mario because it's been a while. I
Hmm.
mean, Mario Odyssey came out when the Switch came out, so
Yeah,
it's
but
been
that
a
wasn't
very long.
announced till after. That wasn't
Wait. Oh,
announced
wait. They also made a
till a
3D
while.
Land. I always forget about 3D Land.
Yeah, but that's a port. That doesn't really count
Yeah, but they had
unless
like
you
the
count
whole.
Bowser's Fury.
Yeah, the Bowser's furry fetish is a like a whole thing they made. So
Yeah, but it's like 10 hours. It's not that long. Actually, it's
yeah,
probably less than that. It's not a long game.
it's not a long game. No. No Secret of Evermore. But that's my like Hail Mary once in a blue moon. If I could have any remake in the world, it would be Secret of Evermore, kind of dream wish. So that's never gonna happen, but it's just there. Square Enix, yeah, we got that. Matt, we got that. The me,
We did get them. Yep.
and then Waluigi was here to represent Mario Kart or like Mario Party. Instead, we got boring ripoff anime golf, and
That's right.
I guess I think the reason I made all this was I was thinking, even though they said it was gonna be like games for Switch, I was thinking more like, oh, this is going to be games that come out later this year or whatever. So they'll probably also talk about Switch 2 games or like games that'll be on both of them kind of thing.
If
But
if if
yeah,
the if that Rhythm Heaven game is not on Switch 2, I'm be mad.
I'm
I'm
pretty sure
sure,
it will be.
pretty sure it will. I mean, it's coming out in 2026, so it better be.
Well, yeah. You see, Sam, here's the thing. The reason why they had that whole bit about like the cartridge thing, like the digital
Just so that you
cartridge
can.
thing, is so that you can play your games on Switch 2.
I know. I mean, it's also great because one, I hate wasting storage on my. I actually don't know if it works this way, but you ever like downloaded so many virtual games that your storage
Oh,
gets too
yeah.
full?
Dude,
I'm
while
wondering.
making this Kirby video, when I was trying to record footage, I'd have to like re-download a different Kirby game just to delete it later for another
It's
different
so
Kirby
bad.
game.
I don't know if it works that way, but I think with what they're saying, it should work that way, that you can take out a the card so that you don't have to waste that space like you would
I
with
hope
like.
so. That would be
I
really
hope it works that way
convenient.
because then I don't have to re-download everything that I need.
Yeah.
Because I mean that's how it works with like the normal physical ones. You don't have to down. I mean you have to download like the like software, I guess, but like after that you just pop it in, maybe download an update, but then you're good because all the data is already there. But I don't know
Exactly.
if it will work the same way. I hope so. If it doesn't, that's fine. But I can lend games out too, which is nice. Like I can lend them
You
out to
can lend me
Joseph.
Metroid Prime.
I can lend you Metroid Prime Remastered.
Yeah. Even though I already
I was
recorded the footage I needed for that, but
I know. I was playing it because of the Metroid Prime 4 that was announced. I was like, I want to play Metroid Prime. And then I played it and I was like, where do I go? I think I need to go find the grapple beam. And I was like, nope. Like, nope,
yeah.
I'm not playing
It's
this.
so
This is
weird that
this.
you get the grapple beam so late in that game.
Because I was like, wait, where do I go? I was in Magmore Caverns. I had like all the beams except for the lava one. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with the lava one. I go into the room, don't have the grapple beam. I was like, oh no. I was like, I'm
Man,
not playing this.
plasma beam was my favorite beam in that. Actually, well, I like the ice beam a lot too, but the plasma beam was just sweet, man, because it just incinerates enemies when you charge shot them, and you like
Mm,
see them like dissolve into ash. Although,
yeah.
although I still think one of my favorite sound effects from that game is the sound effect of a charge shot from the wave beam, because it sounds like a freaking cannon going off. There's like a really low when you launch it. It's so cool. My favorite area is the sunken frigate. That is
I
the
know it is.
best music in the game.
Wait, I wanted to talk about Metroid Prime 4 and how I think it still echoes. Did you see at the very end of the present of that trailer? She
Oh,
literally she comes out of a portal,
that is
and
true.
then
I did
two,
see that. I
and
was
then
like, oh,
two light suit circles on her chest plate. I was like, no. I was like, no, it's just the light suit again. No, 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 no.
side
I'm
note,
not
I thought the
doing
dark
this.
suit looked better than the light suit.
Yeah, but I'm saying she has like her whole suit. It just looks like the light suit at the end of the day. It's got three um illuminating holes in the front, just like the light suit, and she comes out of like a teleportation pod, like the light suit, where you go to different areas. It's like,
No, that's a solid, solid thinking. Now the real question is, are they giving us ammo?
I
Let's hope
hope
not.
not. I mean, the ammo wasn't that bad, but
It
if I have to
really
go to the
wasn't.
like dark worlds, I'm like, no, please. Maybe it'll be like, maybe it'll be like you go to the future of the planet versus the past, like you go through the dark world and the light world. That would be cool.
Oh, I've actually been playing since living here with Tyler. I've been playing their Switch. I've been playing Ocarina of Time for the first time like in a long time. And I did the traditional not go to the forest temple first because I despise the forest temple, and I always gung ho
Yeah,
right after I get the hook shot. You can get the long shot right after you get the hook shot. You don't need the
yeah,
bow.
you can go. Yeah, you can go to any. You can go to like the first three in any order, right?
Sort of. So you need the arrows to unlock some switches for like the eye switches. Like you
Oh
can almost
yeah.
completely beat the water temple with just getting the hook shot and like the boots and the thing. So like you go to Dampy, you get the hook shot, and then you go to the you go straight to Zora's domain and you get like the boots and the blue suit. But there's like one switch where you need the arrows to open it to get a key. Actually, no, I
Mm.
think there's two. And you need to get those keys so that you can actually beat the dungeon. But you can still get to the Dark Link fight and get the long shot before before you have to leave because you don't have the bow.
Mm.
Because I remember doing that years ago because the first time I did the Forest Temple, I remember I got so confused. I didn't know where to go. I was
Yeah, the
so
first temple
mad,
always.
and the music in the Forest Temple, I hate it. It's just so it's so annoying and creepy.
Yeah,
I'm like, this sounds like Shadow Temple music.
it does.
Oh, but I would leave just out of spite. I would go get the long shot because I was tired of how short the hook shot is, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go for the upgrade to make things more convenient. Right now in the gameplay, I've beaten all the dungeons. I did a glitch. I did a glitch to get into the Shadow Temple early after I got the
Yeah,
long shot because I really wanted the hover boots.
I hate the
I
the hover
love the
boots
hover
aren't even
boots.
that
I
good.
keep the hover boots on all the time.
I
Yeah.
mean, I guess you're playing the 3D. You're playing
No, I'm
not
playing the
3D,
original like N64
so
version.
switching boots is probably trash.
Oh, it's so bad.
So yeah, I
I
would leave
beat.
the hover
Oh,
boots
speaking
on.
of which, so when I did the glitch. Sorry to interrupt again, but when I did the glitch to get into the Shadow Temple, I didn't have the Eye of Truth. So
Oh,
so I'm just like going through, and I went to fight Bongo Bongo. And there's some rooms where I have like invisible hook shots, so I looked up a walkthrough. I'm like, where exactly is it? And then I fought Bongo Bongo without using the hook shot or without using the
the
lens of
lens.
truth, and it actually was super easy.
I assumed it. I mean, how do you aim for the eye?
So when you hit both of his hands, he'll do this thing where he like kind of charges forward at you. And whenever he
Oh,
does that, he's always right in the middle between them. So you just kind of have to guess and shoot at the right time, and then he'll be stunned and appear, and you can just attack him.
oh, okay.
And what's funnier is like after I did that, and then after you don't get the Prelude of Light until you beat the Forest Temple, which is really annoying. Made running around Hyrule really annoying. I couldn't just warp to the Temple of Time. But after you get that, you go back to Kakariko, and it activates like the Bongo Bongo breaking out thing,
Oh yeah.
and I'm just like, oh look, it's the boss that I already beat. He's escaping. Let's go
Yeah, it's
fight
like
him again. No.
when you leave the well after getting it, it does that. Wait, when does it happen?
You have to beat the forest temple, but
Oh,
because
yes.
you can't get the Prelude of Light until you beat the Forest Temple, because every time you go back to the Temple of Time, he's still there. Sheik is still there and says like, your friend, someone you know, is waiting for you to be awakened
Okay.
in the Forest Temple.
Yeah.
And so you have to beat the Forest Temple before you can become a child, which means I couldn't do the Spirit Temple either. And because I couldn't turn into a child, I couldn't become... I couldn't go into the well to get the Lens of Truth. So I was like, how do I just beat it now without going?
Oh, I see. Yeah,
It took a long time for me to do the glitch, though. It's very complicated and annoying.
The one where you just walk on the side, right?
Yeah, but like activating it where you have to you have to like hold Z targeting and jump to the side and roll into into Dampe's cottage, and then you have to mash the hook shot button, and then you have to you fly up in the air, hold back a little bit, and then you have to walk on the edge without falling over. Luckily, with N64 on Switch, you can just like save your state. So I did that a lot because I'd keep falling. I'm like, oh, save state, up, load, up, reload. So, but I did it, and I was very proud of it. Anyways, we're talking about Metroid. Sorry, sorry for the tangent. Yeah, we were talking about Dark World and Light World.
Yeah, and how it's just echo coded. Just all Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is just echoes.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. I mean, the other connection is that you're going to a planet and there's these holographic people that are telling you what to do.
Oh yeah, the axolotl.
Just echoes again. It's just a race of people telling you, "Hey, we're dead. Can you go and avenge us somehow?" It's like, okay, stop doing this. Why is it? It's just echoes again.
Hey, I would rather have echoes again than have Metroid Prime 3 again.
You know what? That's fair. Actually,
I don't want to explore 4 different planets. Sorry.
You know why I hate echoes?
Although Sky Planet was pretty great.
The only reason I hate echoes is I don't like the second area boss. The dumb moth dude. I hate him.
Oh yeah, no.
That's just my least favorite. Like, you get super missiles and then you fight that and it's like, no thank you.
Oh, actually one of the worst. Outside of the Morph Ball and outside of Spider Ball and outside of Boost Ball. You know who else was annoying? Another ball-based boss, the Power Bomb plant. Remember him? And you had to do like the spider puzzles and stuff, and he would just throw power bombs at you.
That one was okay, but
that one was annoying. Stop like leading your shot so you can perfectly hit me, and then I gotta start all over again.
I really liked watching a 100%. I don't know if it was 100% like all item speed run, but I watched this. No, it was all item speed run, and they did it so fast. I was like, whoa.
Well, yeah, it's speedrunners. They're crazy.
I mean, they also had power bombs like in like the first like.
Oh yeah, when we watched it that one time, and they like broke the game immediately.
They glitch through the wall and then they get power bombs early. Or they get power bombs like in like the first area, so they can just have it for like the whole game, and it definitely helps against the Ing. I assume.
Oh yeah,
you can kill those things fast with power bombs.
One thing I really liked about Metroid Prime 2 is that it justifies Samus losing all her weapons. Because when you play the first game, there's an explosion. She gets thrown into an elevator shaft, and then it's like her like shoulder pads fall off, and it's like, oh, all your things are malfunctioning. Go find them again. Whereas in Echoes, she literally gets mugged at the beginning of the game, and all of her stuff gets ripped off.
Yeah,
I'm just like, see, now that makes more sense.
I do like one good thing about Prime 3 though is that I think you have missiles at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Which is
and then later they upgrade to ice missiles. After you beat Rundus, my boy Rundus, they did him so dirty.
Rundus is just like Silex except better. Rundus
is so cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Pun fully intended.
I like Rundus, but
everybody likes Rundus. He was a tragic hero. That's why his song is so sad.
As the first one you fight, kind of lame. I'm not gonna lie. Should have been later in the game, like the electric girl, which I didn't like.
Oh, nobody likes the electric girl.
She's the worst.
Oh, she's a jerk. And then she turns into you and uses like that wide beam that goes across the whole thing. And I'm like, she's copying me right now. Why don't I have that ability? Why can't I do the sweeping laser that just kills everything?
Yeah.
But we all agree that the stupid Xbox robot man, he's
He's
just
awesome.
dumb. No, he's
What?
dumb.
What? I call him Gorg, even though it's not his name. I just know it starts with a G, so I just call him Gorg all
He
the time.
reminds me of, oh, what was that guy's name? Hang on. There was
Metal face.
no, it was this enemy from Star Wars Battle or no, Star Wars N64 Shadows of the Empire.
Hmm.
I need to look up what his name was. He was a bounty hunter. Let me find him. IG88. Yeah, this guy. Hang on.
Oh.
I'll put it. I'll put it in the chat. This guy.
Oh yeah,
This
this
is.
guy from Star Wars. Yeah.
Yep.
The droid bounty hunter. Yes.
Yeah. So when I think of the droid from Metroid Prime 3, I think of this guy.
Yeah.
Shadows of the
He's
Empire
also,
was an interesting game.
that guy's also, or one of those is also in the Mandalorian. I watched like the first 2 episodes.
Yeah.
I saw.
I remember them bringing
didn't-
up that he was in the Mandalorian, and when I saw that, I was like, I recognize him. He was a boss that always killed me at the end of the garbage train level. That was a
Yeah.
weird level too. You were like on this train going through the junkyard, and then you run into him, and he's a really hard boss that makes silly noises. Anyways, nah, but when it comes to like Metroid Prime 3, I think a lot of my positive things there is oh, here's another complaint actually. I hate how weak the power beam feels. Oh my goodness. And like
In 3.
I saw someone talk about this once. I think his name I think
Hyper
it was,
mode.
yeah, the game wants you to rely on hyper mode for
hyper mode.
everything, and I kind of hated that.
Yeah.
I was like, I hate that there's like just a one-click option that you have to use, whereas in the older Metroid Prime games, you could approach it with all the different weapons and items you had. Like you can freeze a guy, or you can melt a guy, or you can shock him into like having cardiac arrest. Even when you get the third beam in that game, or like the plasma beam in that game, it still feels so weak. And I saw Nerl, this guy Nerl did a good video about it, where it's like you go back to the first area of a game, right? And you're supposed to feel overpowered, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like an RPG, you go to the first place and you're one-shotting everything. In this game, Metroid Prime 3, you don't feel that way. You go to your first area and you still feel weak. And I'm like, I hate this. Where's my progression? Where's my increase in strength?
That's so bad because ice missiles don't really freeze enemies in that game.
Oh,
right?
barely.
You
Ice
have to, like,
missiles are more of a
shoot them, like, 3
platforming tool.
You have to shoot them like 3 times until they freeze, and then you shoot another missile, and then they actually die.
Yeah. The missiles felt really, just that whole game just made me feel weak. And that's what I didn't like about it, unless you use hyper mode. And when you play the game on hyper mode difficulty, which I did, literally every enemy just triggers it on my automatic. There was like this one little, it was like a little, I don't even know what it was. It was like a little red ball with 2 claws sticking in the wall. He would enter hyper mode right when I walked into the hallway, and I'm like, I don't want to go to hyper mode just to fight this stupid enemy in my way. It just feels like it feels like I'm playing Paper Mario Sticker Star.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh, I don't want to waste my resources on this useless guy for nothing in return. Just like Breath of the Wild is Sticker Star.
Mm-hmm.
That's my most controversial Zelda Breath of the Wild take, is that the weapon system in Breath of the Wild makes you feel like you're playing Sticker Star.
Yeah.
Origami King was a good game. Well, it was a fun game, but I really wish it had the leveling system of Super Paper Mario. Like do away with the whole battle system, keep the open world, because that, in my opinion, was the best part of the game. The interconnected, cool world, and just make it a real-time Super Paper Mario style game, and it would have been so good. It would have been like perfect. Probably a little short though. And if you want to keep the puzzle fights, use it for like the Elementals or whatever. But they did give us Sniffer with it.
I mean, Sniffer with it, been in like the games after Super Paper Mario. They've been in every game after.
Oh,
So
that's
they've
always
just been revamped more and more.
That
I don't like Sniffer with it in Origami King. I think the best one I don't know. Color Splash Sniffer with it is okay. I think Sticker Star did it better. I think Sticker Star Sniffer with it is the best. because it's very short and sweet. The rest are like, especially stinking the third one, and like one of the trophies is you have to complete the whole board. It's like, dude, I do not want to do that.
I
That is
remember that.
lame.
I remember that one thing where you had to like train with the toad for the trophy, and he did like how fast can you complete the rings or whatever, and you had
Oh
to
yeah,
get
that took
10.
me a
I
long time
spent
too.
3 hours in like the middle of the night trying to
I thought it was
complete
like
that.
15 or 20 you had to
I don't
do, which
remember
is
how
like
many it
crazy.
was.
It was
It was a
crazy.
lot, and
It was hard.
I kept being like too short um of winning, and I just kept trying over and over again. That game made me feel so stupid.
I know. I mean, I tried playing that game a while ago, like maybe a year ago, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna play it all again. And I could not do the battle spinner thing. I'm sure if I spent like another like 2 hours on it, I could do it again, but it was like,
Yeah.
I can't do
It's
this.
it's so confusing sometimes. It's just like how do I organize this? I am not good with puzzles. That's why I'm more combat oriented when I play video games. That's why I like Secret of Evermore, because I can walk around and fight monsters, and I don't have to sit and wait through turn-based fights. Although turn-based fights aren't always bad. Chrono Trigger. Have you played Chrono Trigger?
No.
You gotta do that. That is like one of the best games ever made. Get all the endings, all 10 of them. Do you know how you get
Mm,
all the endings?
no.
So the main final boss in that game, his name is Lavos. In order to get the endings, you have to fight him. But then when you start like New Game Plus, you can choose to fight him at any given time in the game. And if you do that, you get different endings based on like what point of the game you played to.
I see.
Anyways, we're getting off topic. Let's talk about Metroid some more.
I don't want to talk about. I don't know. Oh wait, I do have something to mention that you stole from Risk of Rain when you used the one of her psychic abilities. If you look
Oh,
at the part where she
yes,
charges and then
the I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the dragon egg thing? I
yeah,
thought
they
the
literally
exact same thing
stole the
when I
I don't
saw
know if
that.
it's Dragonet or the vase. I don't remember which one it is, but it's probably
The vase
Dragonet.
is the one that makes like a teleportation thing, but
Oh, okay, yeah,
the
sure.
dragon egg is the one where you
The
turn into like
Dragonet.
three circling balls.
Yeah, they just.
I thought
It's literally just the dragon egg.
I literally just told Tyler the exact same thing. I was like, seeing her use the psychic power, which yeah, Samus is psychic type. But seeing her use it, I was like, that reminds me so much of the dragon egg from Risk of Rain 2.
I know. I'm so excited. Does it just freeze time too? Hold on.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it just freezes time.
Oh,
Or maybe it slows down time.
her psychic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does. I thought you were talking about the egg. I was like, no, the egg
Dude,
doesn't stop time.
dude, I'm about to use this on Silex as the final fight. I'm about to like spam it on him. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go. And
Oh
he's gonna
man.
break out of it somehow and go like escape the. He's gonna go Zowardo and then he's gonna say Zowardo and go
And he's going,
and he's gonna
ho, nakate kururaka.
yeah he's gonna say, oh, this doesn't do anything on me.
He's like, I can't beat the crap out of you without getting closer. Oh yeah, get ready, Samus, for Silex's ultimate move, Road Roller.
Yo, nah, that's gonna be Samus is doing that to him.
Samus is gonna like, instead of using her beam, she's just gonna like pull her arms up like in that terminal montage video when she's like approaching Ridley, and and she's just gonna be like just beating the snot out of Silex with her bare hands. She'll turn off her
Why
power
did
suit, go into her zero suit, and just be like, "Look at these high heels I'm wearing. I'm about to beat you to death." You know, the entire time when that trailer was playing, I just kept asking, "Why is she purple? Is she
yeah?
purple
Why
guy?
is she
Is this
purple?
William Afton?"
I don't like how her hand looks like she's like corrupted still, like the corruption suit or whatever the. I forget what the suit's called, but you know how your
I know what
suit
you're talking
corrupts
about.
over time in Metroid Prime 3. It's
I
like
mean,
that's what her hand looks
yeah,
like.
I mean it is after Metro Prime 3.
I mean, I was saying that her suit isn't from the Federation though. Or it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
look like the Federation suit that they gave her in 3, so
Yeah.
I think it's just a psychic ability,
I
but her
think it's
hand just looks
because
weird.
at the end of Metro Prime 3, the Phazon leaves her body.
Oh yeah.
So she doesn't need it anymore.
Mm.
I thought it was weird when scanning that like her hand came up.
Oh yeah, it's so weird. I mean, it looks cool.
Yeah, it actually makes a lot more sense to do that. It's like in a Dragon Ball when they're using a scouter or something, or like when they're putting their hand up, like I gotta
I
read.
remember what I was gonna say, Andy, about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Why is it called Metroid Prime? There's no real reason it should be called Metroid Prime.
Bro, actually, that is true. There's no more Dark Samus. I was gonna say
Where's
there's no
Metroid
Metroid Prime in
Prime?
the other two, but I was like, oh wait, Dark Samus is
Dark
Metroid
Samus.
Prime.
There is Metroid Prime in Prime 3. Prime 3, one, well, there's Dark Samus, but two, you go to the place where all the
Phazon,
all the
Planet
phase on.
Phase.
I'm trying, yeah, Planet Phase, but I'm forgetting the Leviathan spawn from,
Yeah,
and I don't remember where you can see it, but when you're on Phase, you can see husks of Metroid Primes, like from Metroid Prime 1. Like you can see husks.
I forgot about that detail.
So I don't remember how, I don't know how you can see them or where they are, but I know that they're there. So it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. But where's the Leviathan? They've all been taken out. There's no reason for it to be called Metroid Prime unless these mock droids somehow create a new one. But there's no, to my knowledge, there is no Leviathans to cause a new Metroid Prime.
Unless the planet that she crashed on is kind of like the Lumios planet, where it crashes on it forever ago before the Leviathans all got taken out.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Hey,
Again,
hey, if your theory is right and she's time traveling,
it's the past.
oh, Link to the Past.
Past. Yes.
Link to the Past, the best Zelda game.
She travels to the past, and then she finds a new.
And then she becomes a foolish samurai warrior wielding a magic sword. That's a Samurai Jack. Anyways.
Well, it looks like I'm looking at the trailer again. It looks like a Metroid like took over a thing's body.
Yeah.
Like it formed with
yeah, there
it.
there was a shot of Metroids.
Like the Metroid like attached to the guy's head and then changed it. Or like made it like.
It's like
so maybe that's why it's called Metroid Prime. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, the mother Metroid started as a Metroid. If you played Metroid 2, you know, the Metroids are like the larval state, and then they turn into like these weird abominations.
That's only if you're on SRX88 or whatever.
Yep.
That's like the only atmosphere that allows it to happen.
Yeah, probably. Except you have to fight him in like 3 other times. You have to fight him on that and the remake.
Well, Metroid. Well, Other M, I don't know how that works. I think Other M, they created an environment like it.
That's true, yeah.
On it, and they also did that for
that was
too.
That was the best thing about Other M. If I have to have one positive thing to say is, those like certain rooms where they kind of miraged it to be a biome like a forest or whatever. Those were like legit pretty and cool to look at.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then you find Ridley, and then he kills someone.
You find the evil Furby Ridley.
I know. It's so cool.
And then she has a PTSD flashback, and it's like, this is the 4th time you've seen Ridley. What are you doing?
I didn't realize that the rabbit was Ridley until way longer. I was like, what? That's a Ridley? I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Ridley's actually a Pokemon.
I know, it's cool. And then he kept evolving, and then I killed him. And then my boy, I forgot his name, the black guy, comes and saves me and gives me super missiles or whatever. And I'm like, yeah.
Oh, he was another redeeming thing. Like, we can keep him. He was a cool character.
I want him to come back in Metroid Prime. Oh wait, Metroid Prime 4. Well, if it's 20x9, and if that's like the same, and that's like the same year as, I don't know what the year timeline, but I think that's the same year as Super Metroid. Then maybe he'll be in the game. Maybe. Maybe what's her name? Samus will have the helmet of past guy Adam's helmet, or any connection to Adam. But probably not, because that's a Metroid thing, not a Metroid Prime thing.
Yeah, Metroid Prime's its own contained universe, really.
I was gonna say maybe there isn't gonna be a Metroid Prime. People were saying, oh, maybe there's not a Metroid Prime because it's called Metroid Prime Beyond, so we're beyond the Metroid Primes.
No, it's called Beyond because Samus is going beyond her physical limits and she's using all of her brain that gives her psychic powers. Go beyond might and into the mind.
Are the psychic powers? Why does she only have psychic powers in this game? Probably
Because they needed
Just-
the real reason is because they needed a gameplay gimmick.
That's true. That's true. Well,
Metroid Dread gave us the phasing and like the whatevers.
yeah.
Samus Returns remake gave us like the scanning thing and then like a
Wall
couple of other
thing.
powers.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Nintendo. They need a new gimmick.
Fusion gave us the SR, no, the Samus
SRX?
Aran SAX because Samus Aran X,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Samus Aran X. So yeah, SAX, which is pretty cool.
That was a
Although
cool thing.
when I played that game and then I was fighting SAX at the end and then I killed it and I was like, what the heck? Wait, is this like the final boss? I like no E tank, so I was like, what? I was shocked I was like at the finale. And that fight was hard.
That fight was
The
hard.
SAX fight was way harder than I think even the Omega Metroid.
Oh, it was. It was annoyingly hard. I was like, why is this stupid thing killing me so well?
I know. Like,
And then you
pain.
get turned into a Metroid. And then the goat, I gotta figure out what his name is.
Yeah, ZDR is awesome. The Planet ZDR is sick. I love that game. I love Metroid Dread. I've played it so many times. I love it. His name is Chozo5. You know what's cool? Actually, I like the foreshadow because if you play Metroid Samus Returns or Return of Samus or whatever it's called, whatever the remake's called, if you play that game, you get 100%. You get the image of Ravenbeak taking the Metroids with him,
Oh yeah.
which is awesome. I'm like, whoa! I was like, whoa, there he is. That's Ravenbeak. I was like, so I was soy jacking. I was like, whoa, this is
Soy
awesome.
checking.
I don't know. I mean, that's the term. Or pogging, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I was shocked to see him. I was like, yo, that's my boy. That's Ravenbeak. And then he turns into an X-Parasite, and then you kill him, but there he is.
I can't figure out what this guy's name is. The good Chozo you
name is-
meet in Dread.
His name is Chozo Good Guy. Good Chozo.
I'm
that
trying.
dies.
I can't find his name.
I forget how he dies, though.
He dies because one of the like robot Chozo warriors that works for Ravenbeak kills him. And then you go into a boss fight.
Oh.
I'm looking at like the scene right now because I can't figure out his name.
He doesn't have a name. He's just Chozo.
Quiet
the only
Robe.
living-
That's his name.
Oh, that is his
Quiet Robe. He was
That's a cool
such a cool character.
No,
And then they played that one song, the Torvus Bog thing. The like do 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 do. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I'll probably look it up. Yeah.
Hang on. Quiet Robe theme. Let's see here. Oh, it's so good.
I should look it up.
It's Lower Norfair, I think. No, Lower Brinstar. It's called Lower Brinstar from Metroid, and then it was used for Torvus Bog's theme when you're in like the water area.
Oh yeah.
That's like one of my other favorite Metroid Metroid theme.
Dude, like-
Oh, it's so good. It's such a good
Dude,
song.
they got it because it's doing so much heavy lifting from echoes. They're gonna bring back the little hover you can do in the water. They gotta bring back the hover.
Oh yeah,
dude.
yeah. When you get the gravity suit and you can like kind of like.
Where's my hover ability? That wasn't in 3. That wasn't in 3.
It also wasn't in 1. I liked it in 2 actually. It was a cool little move.
It was.
It
Well, I don't
would've been
think
nice
it's
in
the
1.
gravity suit. I thought it was. I thought it was a different ability that you get.
I think
Maybe it's not.
I think it's part of when you get the gravity suit, but I'm not sure.
I don't know. But dude, that was such a good improvement.
It was a nice
No,
it was a
'cause if you
nice
get-
addition.
If you get the gravity suit, there's no purpose for it.
No, it lets you get higher when you're in the water.
Oh, you know what? It goes up. It doesn't. Oh yeah, it does
Yeah.
make you go up. Huh? Okay, maybe it is the gravity suit then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure right
Because it
after you get
allows
the gravity suit, you can do the double jump, and then you'll instead of jumping a third time, you'll just kind of like float through the water.
yeah.
That was a cool feature.
It
I
was
forgot
so
about that feature. I miss it. It was cool.
I miss it. It was so cool. Didn't Dread had some weird water platforming that I don't remember how it worked.
Oh, you know
Or
what was another good ability in Dread? This
maybe it
is
was just space
off
campaign.
topic, but the like multi-target missiles.
Oh yeah, what are they called? Storm missiles.
Yeah, I like that you remember the name. But yeah, those things were fun, and they were super useful against Ravenbeak and like other bosses too. You
Yeah,
just
until you figure out that for the actual strategy for Ravenbeak is just to mash. It's just to mash because you have Plasma Beam, and Plasma Beam, if you just mash Plasma Beam, you do way more damage.
oh, I
If
didn't
you
know
see
that.
speedrunners, all they do in the Ravenbeak fight is just mash the Y button. You just see a constant stream of green for the whole thing, for the whole fight. Because it's faster than using like anything else because it does so much damage. And the same thing with all like the fights where you have to parry the like
Oh
spear
yeah,
guys. You mash, and then once they're ready to like actually parry, you parry them and then you kill them.
it
So when
was
I play that game,
interesting fighting those things again, or fighting those
yeah,
things at all, which ended up being actual like Chozo warriors.
I
Because
really
like throughout
like.
the whole series, like you always hear about the Chozo and they leave their artifacts behind, and
Mhm.
you it feels like oh you just missed the Chozos. They just left this planet, but now you're at this other planet where not only is the main antagonist a Chozo, but then you find a good Chozo, and then you're fighting robot Chozos all over the place, and it's like finally we're interacting with these things, and they're insane.
I do like how when you're fighting like the last few Chozo warriors, or I think like the last one before you fight Ravenbeak,
Oh
Samus gets more like her Metroid, and so instead of just like killing it with a shotgun, she absorbs the guy. It's like, dude, that's
yeah,
sick.
just
I was like, whoa, that's sick, dude.
oh, I do
And she
remember that.
absorbs Raven. Oh, when she absorbs Ravenbeak, like through like his eyes and like she's like
Yeah,
claw grips him. Dude, that's so cool. It's so cool.
it was definitely like one of the coolest parts of the game.
And also, just all I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm gonna
No, spoil it
spoil
all. It's been like 2 years.
when you learn that Adam isn't actually Adam and it's just Ravenbeak. Like, oh, Ravenbeak, my
You
guy.
have zero chance to win against Ravenbeak. I know because I'm actually Ravenbeak.
I'm actually Ravenbeak.
That
I
was
don't know. Is
such a
Adam
cool thing.
was was Adam always controlled by Ravenbeak during the whole thing, or was he
I
like?
don't know. I want to say no,
I want to say
but
no too, because why would Ravenbeak want to help Samus unless he wanted to get her Metroid DNA even better? But like, why use Adam if you're gonna
yeah,
just use the
I
Emu?
feel like Ravenbeak took over Adam later in the
Like near
game.
like the half point. Yeah.
It's definitely what's interesting about the whole Adam thing is that that was such a big deal in Fusion, and then they took it and like made it more endearing because people hated Adam in Fusion. He was just railroading you throughout the game, but
Well,
here it's
Adam's
like
not really Adam, right? It's just like an
no,
AI that she named.
it kind of is. It's like I think
I
they
guess
allude
she
to
calls him
it.
Adam.
I think they
Yeah.
allude to it at the end of Fusion that he's kind of like an AI designed around Adam. So
Mm,
it's like he is Adam. I also
okay.
like at the beginning of Dread when Adam's like, the risk outweighs the reward or whatever.
Dude, Ravenbeak he was playing 3D chess the whole time because
Bro
he's
was
like,
playing 40
all right, I
chess.
know how to. He was playing 4D chess because like the beginning of the game, he sends footage of the X Parasite to the Federation so that Samus will just come anyway. It's like, dude, this
Cause
guy
she's,
is crazy.
which is not because he knows that she has a vendetta against them because she just had to deal with them and they were
I
insane.
know. Well, it's because it's like, oh, there's an outbreak of X
Oh
Parasites.
yeah, and
Like,
she's
well, I
like the
guess
only one that can deal with it
she's the only one
because
that. So she goes, but the reason is because in the facility there were X parasites, but then he let them out so that and got them the footage so that it's like, oh, dude, Ravenbeak's so smart.
he's so
And then
cool.
he's not because he uses Emmys and they don't work. Actually, they do work. I died so many times.
I died so many times to Emmys. I think I've only successfully
Canonically,
parried them like twice.
I've paired them a couple times.
It's such a
But yeah, the whole plot.
small window. It's like
Dude, when
Super
you learn the
Guarding in
plot
Paper
from
Mario, only worse.
oh, true. Yeah, when you learn the plot from Quiet Robe, it's like, dude, this game is actually sick.
Yeah,
It's
I
actual
love
lore.
how good Dread was. It was such a good game. I have
So
one
good.
complaint about Dread, and that's the music
What?
is not good. With the
That's true.
exception of Quiet Robe's theme, I didn't like any of the music.
I also like dude, the bosses were great. Oh man.
I
I'm
like how
thinking
unique the
of
bosses were too.
the magma boss, the experiment. I forgot what it's called,
Oh,
like
the
the
magma
experiment
boss, and you could like do crazy
experiment
things to
numbers,
him.
and then you can use the speed booster and what's
Yeah,
it called?
yeah,
Just
Shine Spark.
kill his second phase. Shine Spark to kill his second phase immediately. It's like, oh, that's awesome.
And then there's a whole cinematic cutscene of like the monster dragging you around the reactor core or
If
whatever, and
if you're doing
just
the cinematic cutscene, you're losing time at that point.
exactly like, nah,
And then
you go for the
kind
Shine
of bad.
Spark.
Go for the
He
Shine
literally
Spark. So,
turns on fans so you can do the Shine Spark.
yeah, you have to jump over the first hurdle and then you have to Shine Spark. Jump over the rest, Shine Spark, and then jump up at him.
It's so crazy. Yeah, they
It's
definitely
like
designed this with like speedrunners in mind. They're like, you know what, we're gonna give you guys a little something, something. Game dev foresight right there. Like people are going to abuse this, so we're going to make a launcher for the morph ball that is activated by a bomb, so you can fly into Kraid's stomach. It's like who
yep.
designs around that? Metroid designers. That's who.
All right, we've been talking about Metroid too long. We got to talk about the Rhythm Heaven game again,
Yeah, this is now a
right?
Metroid podcast.
I don't want it to be. We talked too
Sorry, it
much.
kind of is. We've been talking for over an hour about
Rhythm
Metroid.
Heaven, Micro. Right, I gotta figure out my favorite games from Rhythm Heaven, which it's
Stretch
I don't
out your
like
neck.
it.
Bada.
I do like Blue Bear, dude. Blue Bear is a good one from the 3D Mega Mix. I like that one. I don't know. What's your favorite Rhythm Heaven mini game?
Um,
I know what Joseph's is. It's Air Rally.
it's obviously the robot one from the
Oh,
first.
Killbot?
Actually,
The,
I kind of like the moes, the
oh
just because
yeah.
I think it's silly.
Dude,
Um, I hate the
someone
monkey one.
which
Yeah,
one?
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
da, da,
fan
da,
club.
da.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that one annoys me. I'm like, it just wants so hard to be Mona Pizza, but it never will be. Mine's still gonna be Chorus Kids. Just that's a classic.
I know what my least favorite is.
Yeah.
My least favorite one has gotta be Exhibition Match. Oh my goodness. What a trash game. You it's just stressful. At the end of the day, you have to count to 4 beats and then press the A button. It's like it's stressful. And there's only like 10 times until the game ends where you can hit it. So it's like 10 hits of the baseball and then the game ends. So just missing one, I think, just risks your superb. It's like, dude, this is terrible.
Yeah, trying
Who
to get a
designed?
perfect in these is just insane.
It's like the most stress-inducing one, I
No, I
think.
know which ones you like. You like the Rockstar one where it's like da 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 da, and then he goes, "Thank you,"
Oh no,
like very subtly.
I thought you were gonna say the best one, the best one. Whatever the girls and it's like the 2x3, and I played it so many times trying to get it perfect, and you guys were yelling because it was super loud in the car that one time. I forgot what it's called, but that I hate that stage.
Oh,
I think it's also because I didn't really know the swiping had to be like exactly on the rhythm. Instead, I would just like swipe it like whenever, thinking like the whole duration of the swipe counted. But no, it was just like you swipe when the beat is actually. So when I learned that, I was like, oh, well, that made it a little easier, but still difficult.
yeah.
I don't know. Munchie Monk will be a favorite though. Munchie Monk 2 specifically because it's longer.
Oh yeah, the one that goes like two two go go one go.
Yeah, I like
That one's
Munchie
good.
Monk. I do like the dolphin, but the second one, because that song is pretty good. Like the dolphin swimmers choreography one, that one's good.
Yeah. Was there anything else you want to talk about before we end it?
Metro. No, I'm not.
Thanks for coming to our Metroid podcast that had a little bit of rhythm heaven thrown in.
Dude, that's my boy Adam. Oh wait, there were more rhythm games like that. Crypt of the Necrodancer one is coming.
Oh yeah. When I saw that, I was like, "What is Cadence of Hyrule music gonna be in there?"
No.
Like, oh.
I mean, this game already exists. I didn't know that there was DLC for the for.
Oh yeah, it was very weird seeing Cadence next to Peppino.
Yeah, it was very weird. Pac-Man. Puck-Man.
I probably will play that Pac-Man game.
I will probably play it too.
I've played my fair share of Metroidvanias, and they're very popular. All right, well, I think it's probably time for us to end. Do you have anything else you want to say to our loving viewers? Play Club Penguin.
Play Club Penguin. Join me as a friend. Play Pokemon Go, because Pokemon Go is amazing.
Oh yeah, they talked about Pokemon. Oh, are you ready to mug people in the streets in Pokemon?
Yes. And
you can attack them from behind. Just like, oh man. I saw someone talk about that earlier today on TikTok, and I was like, I'm going to show you guys why Pangoro, my favorite fighting type, is actually also a dark type. He's about to mug the ever-living out of these people.
And I was going to add, finally, if you want to know more of the lore of Metroid Prime, my brother has made a perfectly good video of just reading all of the Metroid Prime lore.
I need to make another one of those. I need to finish off the Metroid Prime 3 lore. I did Brio, but I used like an AI voice, and then I did Skytown.
I want to read
in that game. Skytown has my favorite music other than Rundus.
Yeah, I gotta catch up on my lore, especially for Silex, because I don't really know anything about that. Gotta read it up so that I'm ready.
All right, well, you have a good night, and I'm gonna have fun editing this.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.